Now we'll see some useful things about this linked list. One is implementation of stack. We can implement stack very effectively. So generally, what is stack? Stack is a dynamically growing data structure, right? That means we insert data, after that we delete. Then we don't require fixed space. That means our requirement grows and shrinks. When that is a possibility, then if you try to implement your stack using a rigid array or fixed size array, then definitely you face problems, right? That's why here linked list will be the best thing, where linked list is dynamically growing data structure, right? So in linked list also, at any time we can add data, right? At any time we can delete the data. That's why I can say that I use linked list to implement stack. So definitely I will get best possibility. How to do that? We'll see. First we try to understand stack. In stack what is happening is we are storing the data like this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After that we have to delete the recent data. Then somehow you try to collect this data using linked list nodes, but such a way that always try to have top element in front of the node, I mean in front of the list. If you do that, it will be easy for you to delete. Example, you see this one. First time whenever you push a data into stack, what I do is I create a node into linked list. And whenever you push one more data, then rather than inserting it after one, I will try to insert before one. So that is also known as insert in front, right? Example, you have data like this. Then apply insert in front method. Whenever you insert in front method to this linked list, what happens? 2 comes here, after that 1 will come, right? Then here null, of course. Now if I insert one more data, then what happens? I apply here insert in front, then what happens? 3, after that 2, after that 1. In that way we can continue. So if you do 5 times, what happens? You get this kind of linked list, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? Now this is your start. My question here is how to delete the data. To delete the data, what I do is I take one temporary variable and I keep it to point first node. After that, what is my target? I would like to delete 5. Then after that I would like to increment start. So let's increment start first. Then start comes here. Pretty good. That is very easy. Then after that free temp. Then you lose 5. Then remaining thing is 4, 3, 2, 1. It is exactly representing pop, isn't it? But for that we have to move your start. Already I told you, whenever you want to modify start through another method like pop or anything, then somehow you should pass the address of start, correct? That's why here your requirement is we have to pass address of start to the method. Now what about push? Push is very easy, already we have implemented, that is insert in front. So simply replace your push method with insert in front. But insert in front, of course we know that already I implemented. Insert in front also going to modify your start. That's why the possibility is sending address of start, that is compulsory. And what is the other thing you should send? Value, right? So simply value. Whenever you do insert in front with start and value, what happens? Data will be inserted, right? Already I implemented it, remember it. Now we'll see how to implement pop. So this is your linked list. So also stack, right? We are implementing stack now. So whenever we pop, what should happen is this element to be deleted. For that what I do is I increment this top. If I just increment top and if I don't free it, then definitely it will be a memory leakage. We should not do that, because when you don't free it, then that memory which is allocated for you will be reserved forever for you throughout your program execution. But at this moment you don't want this data, right? That means you are going to delete this node. Then when you really want to delete it, you have to free it. But when you increment this your top, then you are not going to, no more you are going to point it. Then for that, my strategy is first using some temporary pointer, let's call holder, we are going to point it. After that we move top. Okay. So first step is hold it. Second step is move your top. Third step is then take this value and remember it, and after that free this. Then fourth step is whatever the value you have taken from this box, you return to the caller. Okay, so that we are going to do. Here I would like to tell one thing. finally you have modified top variable which is part of another function, correct? It may be top is a variable of main program. Okay, so I am assuming that top is not a global variable. If you keep top as global variable, again there will be problems, like some other part of other functions which are not related to stack might modify this top. That's why better try to keep your top as local variable. If top is a local variable, then how to update it? Through another method like pop is the question. Okay, so for that is what we were talking, right? So when you have such variable top which you want to modify through another method, then that is not visible there, correct? We have to pass it as a parameter. But if you pass it as directly value, if you pass top value, then that method cannot update top. For that, definitely we have to send address of top. Okay, blindly remember in C programming, whenever you want to modify any variable, example here you want to modify top variable, then definitely we have to send address of top. There is no escape. Okay, so we are going to send address of top, remember it. Now I would like to discuss some of the pointer modifications. Example, somehow you passed some address of top to another variable. Let's say that variable is TP. Okay, so we are going to do that, right? Then this TP is called double pointer because top is a single pointer. Top is a structure pointer. Then this TP is going to be double pointer. Okay, and it is going to have address of this box. Example, this is 500. Let's say address of top. Then this TP's address is, let's say, 700. Just imagination. Then content of top is what? This one, right? Initially this first box address is 100. I am showing all the addresses. This box is 100, this box is 500, this box is 700. Now if I pass this top to another variable, especially address, then that should be double pointer. And if you pass value, then what should be passed? 500 will be passed. Okay, now from now onwards, whenever you want to refer this top, okay, then please refer this TP. Both are same. Okay, so because I can't refer top in another methods, that's why I use TP. So using TP, how to access this box I will tell you. Generally using top, how you access this box? Simply top cap info, correct? So to access the first box information, we write top cap info. So now since whenever top is not visible, if you have any other link, what is that? TP, then using TP you can refer top. For that simply write star TP. Okay, cap info, both are same. So from now onwards, in the place of top I write star TP. Why it works I will tell you. First of all, you tell me what is top cap info. What is top? 100. So 100 cap info. What is 100 cap info? 5. Next, when you come to star TP, so it will become star TP, content of TP. What is content of TP? 500. Then this will become value at 500. It is called dereferencing. We go to value of 500. What is value of 500 memory box? That is the meaning of star. When you see star, that value at 500 will be referred, that is 100. So star TP will be replaced with 100. Then again we are accessing 100 cap info, right? So from now onwards, whenever I say that something is pointer to top, then referring top can be done by referring TP. But only thing is we should write star TP. Okay, same thing I am going to do now. So we have a method called pop. That method is having one variable called TP, that is double pointer, struct node double pointer top TP. Okay, now using that I would like to modify this top. Okay, now what is first step? I said I would like to hold this box. Who is capable of holding this linked list boxes? Struct node pointers, correct? Let me create one pointer, that is struct node pointer. What is the name of that? Holder. Okay, so this holder is going to have what? The first box address. Currently who is having that first box address? Top. So we have to write a top, but top is not visible being in this pop method, right? So in pop method we have only TP, but TP is a pointer to what? Let's say that top. Then in the place of top we can write star TP. So how to call this pop method I will tell you. To call this pop method you should do this one, pop, because it is double pointer. Already I told you we have to pass address of this top. Okay, if you pass address of top, what happens is the address of top will be stored in TP. So what is the address of top? If you see, address of top is 500, then 500 will be taken by TP. Now TP can be used for accessing top. Now we know how to access already, I told you, same way you use it. Okay, so first of all, think logic with respect to top terms, like using top. If really you have top, how you do? Think about it. After that we can convert and we can replace top by always star TP, because both are same. Let's start. Second step is what? In your logic you wanted to do what? Once you catch holder, we would like to move top to the next box, correct? So top. For that, what is the instruction? Top equal to top cap next, right? So top equal to top cap next. But again same story. Top is for us here, being here star top, star TP. Then here it will be star TP cap, this entire cap next. Okay. Sir, is this brace compulsory? If that is your question, so you should consult precedence table of C programming. In C programming, star and implication has same precedence. Out of them, when there are two same precedence operators, associativity matters. So what is the associativity of star and cap is left to right. Then if you don't keep brace also, automatically this will get importance. That's why it will be like star TP cap next. Braces are not compulsory, but keeping brace is always safer. Okay. Now start. After that, what you want to do? So we have incremented our top. Only thing is we want to free it, correct? Before freeing, I would like to take the data. Let's take again one more integer variable x equal to take the data. Where is the data currently? Holder contains it, correct? Then holder is just pointed to the first box, then holder cap info. We can write. Then what? We are remembering it, and after that we have to deallocate that box free, who is having the pointer to that holder, free holder. After that, what you want to do? You want to simply return the data. What is the return value? Return value is stored in x, return x, that's it. So return type should be integer. Now we have to check whether this pop method works for all the cases or not. That means if you have only single node, whether it works or not, we'll see what happens. There is only one single node in linked list, that is 1, and pointer is null. Let's blindly execute it. Then what is top? Definitely this this node's pointer. Let's begin. First step, what happens? We are going to take its pointer, right? TP. Then we create holder. Holder is going to point to what? Star TP. That means top. After that, star TP equal to star TP cap next. Star TP means top. Top equal to top cap next. Then top will be modified. We know that. Then it will become null, correct? Because when you have this only single node, top cap next is null, and that will be updated. After that, what happens? There is a variable x. X is going to get holder cap info. Holder is what? This one, this pointer. Cap info is what? 1. Then free holder. Now we are deallocating the memory. Then don't use after that. Okay. Now final step is return x. What are we returning? We are returning x, which is 1. Perfect. But after that, what is top value? Null. Perfectly right, because when you have only single net, if we delete it, where top should point? Null, right? That's why it is perfectly working for single node also. We'll see for empty linked list, that means stack is empty. Let's say if stack is empty, we know that top is going to point to null. When top is null, what happens? So here there will be a problem. We'll see. First of all, holder equal to star TP. So holder is going to point what? Star TP. What is star TP? From now onwards, star TP is directly top for us. Okay. So holder is null. Perfect. First step is correct. So when there is a 0 nodes, then your top is null, remember. Then holder is going to be star TP, which is null. Then here you see star TP, that is nothing but we are accessing top, right? Top equal to top cap next. Top is what? Null. Null cap next is what? Important question. Whenever you have some data as null, the pointer is null, then accessing it is wrong. That means whenever you have null, don't ever access null cap info, null cap next. That will lead to segmentation fault. It is illegal. We should, we should check whether something is null or not, but we should not refer it. We should not treat it like a valid address. So when you write null cap info or null cap next, that means what? You are unnecessarily accessing illegal data. There is no such data. Null means nothing. Nothing cap next, invalid. That's why it leads to segmentation fault. That's why what we have to do is, we should pop only when you have valid data. That means at least you have one element. That's why here we write one thing. Here we implement like this. If eStackEmpty, I am going to implement one more method called eStackEmpty. I will tell you how to implement. If eStackEmpty, on that I try to implement this method with single pointer. Why? I will tell you. StackEmpty is going to check whether top is empty or not, correct? That's why I need single pointer. That's why I will try to implement eStackEmpty with top. Top is nothing but star TP. Simply pass star TP here. Okay. So I am going to implement eStackEmpty, which is going to work with our top. Okay. That top is nothing but star TP at this moment. Okay. But I did not implement it. If I implement, you will understand what is going to happen. At this moment, blindly remember, star TP is the right parameter. So eStackEmpty is true. Then what? Stack is empty. Then exit. Close the program. Why? When stack is empty, why you are calling pop? Correct? So that means there is a problem with the program. Understand? From now onwards, someone calls pop when stack is empty. This will become true and we exit the program. Otherwise, happily we do the remaining things. In that way, we can implement pop. Okay. Now we are going to implement eStackEmpty. Before going to that, I would like to discuss about time complexity of pop and time complexity of insert in front. So already we know that insert in front, we have executed it. We have written code, right? So it was taking order of one time because I will tell you one more strategy. So we don't really require to go to the code. We know one idea about insert in front. What we are going to do, take a box, write the value, link here to here. After all, 3 or 4 steps you are doing, then it takes order of one time. That's why insert in front takes order of one time. What about pop? Sir, why are you talking about insert in front? Insert in front is nothing but push. So finally, talking about insert in front is nothing but talking about push. So push time complexity is order of 1. Now whereas pop, we'll see. First you should know eStackEmpty time complexity. Okay, I am going to implement eStackEmpty in order of one time. Okay, so just assume that, let's say eStackEmpty time complexity order of 1. Then if you see, if case number 1, stack is empty, what happens? Then we exit the program. It takes constant time. Let me note down. Okay, when stack empty, in that case you are taking only order of one time. Correct? Because to check stack empty or not, you take constant time. After that, some more constant time to exit the program. Else, if stack is not empty, then this condition will become false. Okay, to know that condition is false, it takes constant time because eStackEmpty method takes constant time, right? So first of all we execute it, it takes constant time. After that, if condition, it takes constant. Overall, after constant time, I can say that if will be terminated. If condition will become false, then control comes here. This is single line initialization, correct? It takes 1 unit of time, I can say. So star TP equal to star TP cap next 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit. Again, there is some constant time. So constant plus constant is constant. So here also constant order of 1. So finally I would like to say that pop takes only order of one time. So let me implement eStackEmpty and its return type is integer. So whenever is really stack empty, then I return non-zero integer. Remember one thing, in expressions or in C programming, 0 is treated as false. All non-zero integers are treated as true. You might be knowing that. Okay. So from now onwards, whenever I want to return true, I can return non-zero, and whenever I want to return false, I can return 0. Remember it. So first step, how I am going to do that? This is top. So based on that, I should decide. What I do is, I assume that someone is going to give the value of top to me. Okay, what is top? What is the data type? Struct node pointer. That's why I take some struct node pointer top, and I am expecting that someone is going to pass content of this top to this top. Then only my code works. Then first step, what I do is, if I check top, This top and this top has same value, that's why anything I can check, that's why I check this one, because only this one is visible for me. Then if this top equal to null, then what? Definitely stack is empty, and the function also checking that, then simply say true. True is nothing but 1 for me, right? Non-zero. Else if top is not null, then definitely like 100 or 200, correct? Then definitely your top is pointing to a valid box, then we should say that stack is not empty. For that, what is the return value? We can take anything other than non-zero, that means 0. So this is the final method for eStack empty. We'll see the time complexity of this method. There are after all 2 lines, right? But only one is executed and one if condition. If condition takes 1 unit of time, return takes 1 unit of times, then at most 2 units of time it will take. Then I can say that it is constant. Then I say order of 1. That is what I said. Now, how to call this eStack empty from that pop method, I will tell you. Already we have seen that. One more time we'll revise. In that pop method, we have TP. Did you remember it? And TP was pointer to T, top, original top, correct? But my method eStack empty was working with directly top. That means I want value of top. But being in pop, we don't have value of top. We have what? Pointer to top. Then instead of top, you know one blind thing. What is that? Whenever you want to feel like using top, simply use star TP. That's it. That is the relationship between them. That's why really you want to check eStack empty here in a pop method, you write like this, eStack empty. Okay. Then because that works only with top, but you have TP which is pointed to top, then you write star TP. That's it. Always top is star TP here. If you call it, what happens? Then it will, this eStack empty returns you true or false. That means 1 or 0. Okay. Then we have embedded in if condition. Now eStack empty really true, then what happens? Condition is true, top will become null and 1 will be returned here. Then in if conditions, 1 is treated as true. Okay. If true, really stack is empty. What do you want to do? Exit the program. That's why we have written exit of 1. Else what happens? If eStack empty returns 0, then this will become 0. If 0, you remember one thing. In expression, instead of some truth thing, if you write integers like 0 or 1 or -5, already I told you 0 is treated as false. That's why if condition will become false. What do you want to do? We want to pop an element. For that we have to write the code. Of course we have written it, but I was just explaining you. So how to call this eStack empty in pop. Okay. So this is all the story about implementations of stack, and we have seen majorly 3 things. One is time complexity of eStack empty order of 1, time complexity of push order of 1, time complexity of pop order of 1, and especially push is nothing but inserting in front, correct? That if you remember, that would be good. So one more advantage of this stack is we are using linked list so that we can extend, otherwise we can grow it like for any number of nodes. There is no physical limitation which we have for array. Okay.